Have you ever wondered what that strange noise your pet makes means? Our furry, feathered, and scaly friends communicate in ways we're just beginning to understand. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of animal linguistics, decoding 10 of the most unusual sounds you might hear from the animal kingdom. We'll be counting down from 10 to 1, each number unveiling a unique animal noise and its incredible meaning. So fasten your seatbelts and perk up your ears. Stay tuned to learn about 10 unusual animal noises and what they really mean. Starting our countdown with number 10, the howl. This haunting sound echoes through forests and fills the night air with its eerie melody. The howl is a signature vocalization of certain animals, most notably wolves and dogs. But what does it mean? Well, it's more than just a chilling sound effect in a horror movie. The howl is a multifaceted form of communication. It can serve as a call to assemble the pack, much like a dinner bell ringing out to let everyone know it's time to gather. But the howl can also express loneliness, a poignant cry of an animal longing for company or perhaps mourning a loss. A single howl can convey an array of messages, from a simple "I'm here" to a more complex "I need help." So next time you hear a howl, remember it's not just noise, it's a message. Listen closely and you might just hear the story it's trying to tell. Coming in at number 9, the purr. Our feline friends are known for this soothing rhythmic sound, but what does it really mean? Typically, a purr signifies contentment. A cat stretched out in a sunny spot, eyes half closed, purring away is the picture of relaxation. But a purr isn't always a sign of peace and happiness. Did you know cats also purr when they're under stress or even when they're ill? Yes, it's true, cats purr to comfort themselves when they're not feeling well or when they're anxious. It's a bit like how we might hum a tune to ourselves when we're nervous. So, while a purr often means your cat is content and relaxed, it might also be a quiet plea for help. It's a fascinating reminder that animals communicate in ways much more complex than we sometimes realize. Remember, a purring cat isn't always just happy, it could be telling you something else. At number 8, we have the hiss. Now, the hiss is an intriguing sound that's commonly associated with cats and snakes. It's an unmistakable noise that has a universal meaning in the animal kingdom. When you hear a hiss, it's usually an animal's way of saying, "I'm scared, I'm threatened, and I'm ready to defend myself if I have to." For instance, a cat might hiss when a new pet is introduced into the home, or a snake might hiss when it feels cornered. It's a clear signal of discomfort, and it can signify anything from fear to aggression. The hiss is more than just a noise. It's a communication tool, a warning shot, if you will, that tells other animals or humans to back off. So, if you ever come across an animal hissing, it's best to respect their space. After all, they're just trying to communicate their feelings in the only way they know how. So, a hiss is a clear sign to back off and give the animal some space. Number 7 on our list is the chirp. This captivating sound, often associated with the break of dawn, is an intricate communication tool used by various species, primarily birds and some insects. The chirp serves several purposes. For instance, it can be a simple hello between two feathered friends or a heartfelt song to attract a mate. In the world of insects, chirping is an equally important form of communication. Crickets, for example, use their unique chirp to attract females and to warn other males of their territory. Each chirp is a tiny symphony, an audible fingerprint that conveys information about the singer's size, age, and even health. But let's not forget the birds. From the melodious song of the nightingale to the rhythmic chirping of the sparrow, each chirp is a coded message, a conversation between birds that we're just beginning to understand. Chirping isn't just for the birds, it's a universal language in the animal kingdom. Roaring into number 6 is the roar. A sound that resonates with power and might, the roar is predominantly associated with big cats like lions, tigers, and leopards, as well as bears. But have you ever stopped to wonder what these majestic creatures are trying to convey through their fearsome roars? It's not all about sending shivers down your spine. Roaring is an essential part of their communication, serving various purposes. When a lion roars, it's often a display of dominance, asserting its authority over its pride. It's a clear message to other lions saying, "This is my territory, stay away." Roars can also serve as a warning signal to potential threats, deterring them from coming any closer. Even among bears, a roar is a powerful tool used to express aggression or warn off intruders. So the next time you hear a roar, remember, it's much more than a scary sound. It's a powerful communication tool. Galloping into our top 5 is the whinny. This distinctive sound, most commonly associated with horses, is much more than just a delightful noise. It's an avenue of communication, a signal of distress, and even a warm greeting. Now, you might think that a whinny is just a whinny, but that's far from the truth. Each whinny is unique, with variations in pitch and duration conveying different messages. A long, high-pitched whinny, for instance, often indicates excitement or anxiety. Meanwhile, a low, drawn-out whinny might be a horse's way of expressing discomfort or loneliness. When it comes to greetings, horses use the whinny as a sort of roll call. They'll let out a friendly whinny when they spot a familiar face, be it another horse or a beloved human caregiver. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I know you, you're part of my herd." So, a whinny can tell you a lot about a horse's mood or needs. Hopping into number 4 is the croak. Now, we may associate the croak with frogs, but it's more than just a background noise in our nighttime adventures. It's an intricate form of communication among these amphibians. In the world of frogs, croaking is used to express a variety of things. One of the main reasons frogs croak is to attract a mate. During breeding season, male frogs croak to signal their availability to females. The louder and more frequently a frog croaks, the more likely it is to attract a mate. Frogs also croak to mark their territory. If a frog croaks and another nearby responds, it's a way of saying, "This is my spot, stay away." And if a predator is near, a frog's croak can serve as a warning signal to others in the area. So the next time you hear a croak, remember it's not just a noise, it's a frog's way of expressing itself. Flying into our top 3 is the caw. Now we're all familiar with the cawing of crows, a sound that echoes through the city streets and countryside alike. But have you ever stopped to consider what these birds are communicating through their caws? Crows are known for their intelligence and complex social structures, and their caws play a vital role in their communication. From a simple hello to a complex warning signal, a caw can mean a multitude of things. When a crow caws, it might be alerting its fellow birds to a potential danger or an abundant food source. It could also be a call to gather, a sort of avian town hall meeting where crows share important information. So the next time you hear a crow caw, don't just dismiss it as background noise. There's a whole conversation happening right above your head. Next time you hear a caw, know that there's a message in that sound. Buzzing into number 2, the buzz. When you think of a buzz, it's likely that bees come to mind first. But the truth is, many insects, from cicadas to mosquitoes, use buzzing as a form of communication. The buzz, often seen as a mere annoyance to us humans, serves a multitude of purposes in the insect world. For instance, bees use their buzzing to communicate with each other about the location of food sources, the health of the hive, and even to warn each other of impending dangers. Similarly, mosquitoes use their distinctive high-pitched buzz to attract mates. Buzzing isn't just about communication, though. It also plays a crucial role in navigation for these creatures. Bees, for example, use the vibration from their wings not only to fly, but also to sense their surroundings. So a buzz is not just annoying, it's an important part of insect communication. And at number 1, we have the squeak. This high-pitched noise is most famously associated with mice and other small animals. The squeak sound is an interesting form of communication among these miniature creatures. It often serves as an alarm call, signaling danger to their fellow critters. When a mouse squeaks, it's essentially saying, "Watch out, something's up." But squeaks aren't exclusively about fear. Sometimes these sounds are expressions of excitement or joy. Just like how our hearts race when we're thrilled, a mouse's squeak frequency might increase when it's experiencing positive emotions. It's their way of saying, "Hey, this is fun." Lastly, squeaks can also be a sign of social interaction among these animals, similar to our own casual conversations. So, The next time you hear a squeak, remember that it might be a tiny creature expressing fear, joy, or simply trying to strike up a conversation. So, a squeak might be small, but it can mean a lot. So, those were our top 10 unusual animal noises and their meanings. From the haunting howl of a lonely wolf to the comforting purr of a content cat, we've traversed the animal kingdom, decoding the hiss of an agitated snake, the chirp of a sociable bird, the mighty roar of a territorial lion, the whinny of an excited horse, the croak of a calling frog, the caw of an alert crow, the buzz of a busy bee, and the squeak of a frightened mouse. Next time you hear your pet or any animal making a noise, remember they're trying to tell you something. Thanks for tuning in.